So why do this series? Well, the pandemic changed so many things, or maybe it just accelerated them. While I was at home, I finished writing a book that I had started for and about the big-hearted business owner. I saw them and many others repurpose their factory floors for hand sanitizers, work on their supply chains to import PPEs, go out of their ways to help employees. It was very inspirational. And right after publication of this book, I became a screener for the Civilian Medal of Honor Awards, where I had the unbelievable privilege of reading stories from dozens of people who either committed some kind of heroic act to help another, a charitable act to help another. It also highlighted charities and even youth who were doing amazing things. And I realized, the volume of bad news in the media now far exceeds the volume of good news. And yeah, it's always been like that. You know it, though. It's worse today. And I felt that I had to do something to tip the scales, even if a little. So why the title? Well, what is beauty? There was a really fantastic Ted Gioia Substack article last year about why beauty in culture is so dangerous. Your and my version of beauty are different, but you know it when you see it. And you look at it with bedroom eyes. It doesn't require some institution telling you something's beautiful or verifying that it is beautiful. Somebody can't tell you that this thing is beautiful. They can't manipulate your opinion of what is beautiful. Not really. And it doesn't need or want theory or interpretation. And there's no intermediary telling you what is beautiful. But we know it when we see it. It's beautiful music that makes you feel deeply. It's a painting. It's a novel you can't put down. It's a story that grabs you to the core. It's a sunset. It's a person you can't take your eyes off of. It's also a kind act, opening a door, helping a charity, rescuing someone in distress. These are all things that call to us deeply, and you don't really know or understand why. It's just how we're made. And I believe that it's sourced by the most powerful of forces, love. It's what makes us human. It's what allows us to forgive, helps us feel grateful, keeps us happy, alive, and human. What is beast? Well, there is more money than ever before in politics, big media, big tech. They demand our attention. And frequently they do so by stoking our fears. It's those fomenting anger for their purposes, not ours. It's the news telling us how we should think about things, not what is happening, not just giving us the news, but telling us how to think about the news. It's the screen in front of us, bombarding us, telling us how to buy, telling us to buy things or to surrender our attention to things that probably won't help us in the long run. It's not the opposite of love. It's the forgetting of ourselves and our own humanity in servitude to another. Beast is loud. Beauty is quiet. So who will win? Well, it has been and it will be an epic battle. But I believe that in the end, love always wins when good people do beautiful acts. And here's the thing. There are good people all around us. More than half of Americans have helped their neighbors in some way over the last year. Over 25% of Americans volunteer for charities. And over $500 billion was given in 2023 to charities. As we're releasing this series now, I've already watched and heard dozens of stories of how people are helping others during this devastation from Hurricane Helene. People carrying water and food up there, donations being made. And it's like this every time. People, face to face, eye to eye, helping each other. So I hope many will be inspired by these stories, maintain hope that there's still more good than bad, and perhaps even meet your own moment That's a Medal of Honor phrase of helping your fellow neighbors when the time arises. Welcome to Beauty versus the Beast.